bailouts and the car buyouts and the stimulus bills and all those things, and I was watching them grand youngins, and I got to thinking about what kind of country are they going to have if we don't do something about where this liberal left-wing leadership we got in Congress right now is leading us. What kind of future are they going to have? And I got convinced that we were mortgaging the future of our children and grandchildren. Let me tell you something. I'm 56 years old, and I can take anything Barack Obama or Nancy Pelosi throws at me. I can. I can take anything they throw at me. But I'm telling you what, I'm concerned about what my kids and my grandkids are going to have. And when Fox News asked me, why are you running for Congress, I said, it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. What kind of country are they going to have if we don't do something about it? So during that week, I was down there, and I don't know about you, but every once in a while, I just have a conversation with the Lord. And as I thought about it over and over again, I was almost like, I'm on vacation, Lord, just leave me alone. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to have to be worried about anything. I just want to relax. Finally, it bothered me so much that the Lord said, Mike, if it bothers you that much, then get up and do something about it. And so I started going through my checklist. I said, well, I can't do anything about the president. He's there until 2012. I can't do anything about Nancy Pelosi. She's elected by that other country over there on the west somewhere. I said, but you know what? I can do something about Sanford Bishop, or at least I can try. And so when I was on vacation 14 months ago, I made a commitment to get out and everyday campaign to make sure that we replace Sanford Bishop in Congress from the 2nd Congressional District. And I want to tell you something. Every day we have been working. We have not let one day go by that we haven't been campaigning, and we put together the team and the people and everything else to be able to win this thing. Yeah, I had a guy call me from Cordele one day, and when he called me, he told me, he said, I could tell when I was talking to him he wasn't from Georgia, okay? He was a physician, and he said, Mike, I want you to come over to Cordele and talk to me. And so I said, okay. And I got over there and I found out that he is an Indian physician from the country of India. He is a legal immigrant there. And this is what he said. This guy, listen to me, this guy was as passionate about the United States of America as any native-born citizen I've ever seen. And he told me, we walked outside his office and we just stopped. He just left everything, walked outside, and we talked. And he said, Mike, he said, if I wanted to live in a socialistic society, he said, I would have just stayed over there. He said, if I wanted to live somewhere where the government told me what I could do, when I could do it, and how I could do it, I would have just stayed over there. He said, but Mike, I brought my family to the United States of America legally, and I brought them over here to realize the American dream. That's what he said. He said, I'm a physician, my wife's a physician, and my daughter is in medical school. He said, let me tell you something. He said, we have a saying over there in my country. He said, the saying is this: if you have an enemy, you don't fight him, you just teach his son how to drink. Now you think about that for a minute. And then he looked at me, and I want to tell you something. This man had almost had tears in his eyes. He said, Mike, what's happening in the United States of America right now is that the government is getting everybody addicted to eating and drinking off the government table. And he said, when that happens, we're done. We're done. And let me tell you something, folks. That's what we got to ask ourselves today. Are we going to let it happen like that? Are we going to let it happen like that? Come on. Because we can't let it happen like that. Kathy and I, my wife's out here. She's been running around sticking those stickers on everybody probably for the last 2 hours. We've been married 38 years. We got married when we were 18 years old. We didn't have, well, you know what the old saying is. We didn't have anything. We didn't have anything. But through hard work and getting our education and being willing to work, we've been able to realize that American dream. And we've been blessed. And I believe that's what our country is about. Well, let me tell you something. This whole thing today, folks, is about trust. Who do you trust? Do you trust Sanford Bishop to go back to Washington to represent you? I mean, why not? Come on. Why don't y'all? I mean, he voted for the cap and trade. You didn't want the cap and trade? He voted for the stimulus bills. You didn't want the stimulus bills? He voted for Obamacare. You didn't want Obamacare? Oh, come on. Come on.